We live in an era obsessed with measurement. Every day, we quantify our success through a relentless feed of followers, profit margins, and personal productivity metrics, hoping these numbers add up to a life well lived. But beneath the noise of those daily scoreboards, a quiet anxiety persists. We wonder if any of these achievements will actually hold weight when our time runs out. Long before modern productivity tracking, ancient theological traditions established a very different criteria. They presented a terrifyingly precise audit for evaluating the true worth of a human existence. Finding peace in the present requires shifting our focus away from those temporary status games. It means preparing for a final accounting where our earthly titles carry no currency. This text is a record of a profound Islamic teaching. It is a narration from the Prophet Muhammad, recorded in the collection of Tirmidhi, which details the exact conditions of this final evaluation. The text describes a striking, paralyzing scenario on the Day of Judgment. It states that a person's feet will remain frozen in place, absolutely unable to take a single step forward. To break out of this suspended state, an individual must pass a rigorous 4-part interrogation. The questions do not ask about social status. They ask exactly how we managed the universal resources we were granted. This total physical standstill demonstrates that our ultimate mobility depends entirely on our moral record. All the wealth and power accumulated in life are useless if these 4 questions go unanswered. Looking closely at the first clause of the text, the interrogation begins with the macro resource, a person's lifespan and exactly how it was spent. Time is the foundational currency of existence. Unlike money, which can be lost and earned back, a minute spent is permanently gone. It is a strictly finite grant. The audit weighs the overarching narrative of your years alongside the thousands of tiny daily decisions about where your attention was directed. Moving to the second condition, the text highlights the acquisition of knowledge, and specifically, what was done with it. In this framework, knowledge is not a passive asset. Gathering facts to sound intelligent or build your ego offers no benefit here. Information is evaluated strictly as a catalyst for action. Intellectual understanding must bridge the gap into physical reality. If you knew the right thing to do, the audit demands proof that you actually acted on that understanding with tangible, moral behavior. Simply existing for a long time or being highly educated guarantees nothing. Time and mind only gain true value when they are actively and ethically deployed in the real world. The third resource evaluated in this document is wealth. Notice that the text expands here. This clause is structurally longer than the others for a specific reason. This balance scale illustrates how wealth carries a unique, dual condition. It is the only resource on this list that requires 2 separate justifications. You are judged on exactly how you earned it and exactly how you spent it. This strict balance prevents laundering dirty money through good deeds. You cannot exploit people to build a fortune and then attempt to balance the scales by funding a charity. Both the input and the output must be pure. The fourth and final metric of the audit examines the human body and how it was worn out. The phrasing here acknowledges a difficult reality. Our physical form is temporary. It is guaranteed to degrade, age, and be depleted by the daily friction of living. The question is not whether your body will break down, but why. Was that physical energy exhausted in the pursuit of fleeting vanity, or was it spent serving a higher, meaningful purpose? Ultimately, our money and our flesh are not absolute possessions that we control unconditionally. They are highly regulated tools, lent to us for a brief duration, with strict instructions for their use. While this framework describes a terrifying future event, its true utility lies in how it changes our behavior right now. This visual represents the strategic advantage of knowing the exact questions on the final exam before you have to take it. You can reverse engineer your entire life based on this text. These 4 points act as a highly practical compass. When facing a complex professional choice or a moral dilemma, you simply run the decision through the filter of your time, knowledge, wealth, and physical energy. In this context, true freedom means acting with such deliberate ethical intent that you welcome the audit, knowing your ledgers are clean. The guarantee of moving forward on that final day is never granted by luck. That existential mobility is earned right now, step by step, through strict accountability today.